Here we go now.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Guys, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. What are you waiting for? Or why haven't you told your boo that you want some Rose Forever? Roses that will last you at least a year. As you know, we've partnered with Rose Forever many times before, and this time is just as special as the last, as you are just as special as you were last year. And just because you had some last year doesn't mean that you can't get a new bouquet, maybe a different color. Maybe the color that you wanted last year wasn't available, but it's available this year. Head on over to the description for more details on how you can get some Rose Forever for yourself. As you know, they have worldwide shipping, they have all kinds of assortments, and they have really good shipping. So don't worry about it. Order today because literally Valentine's Day is 11 days away. Less than 11 days when you really don't count today. So if you haven't already, be sure to get your Rose Forever today. More information, including our discount code, Kempire20 for $20 off, is available in the description. This is actually a new bouquet. You guys can't see the other bouquet. You know, the other bouquet, this is actually a new shipment that came in today. And, gorgeous. All right, look how lush those are. So this is the new bouquet. Let me show you the old bouquet. So this is the old bouquet. This is the older one. This is months old. Okay? I have to keep them separate just to make sure I was able to show you which one was the old one. Okay. Anyways, happy Valentine's Day. Yesterday we gave away a bouquet to a lucky winner. Congratulations to them. Stay tuned. You never know when we're going to do another giveaway. Not today.
What is this, honey?
Anyways, guys, more information on Rose Forever will be available in the description. This is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. This was their season finale. If you had to rate their season finale from 1 to 10, how would you rate it? Okay, before we get to that, I do want to say, because I didn't get a chance to do a live, or, you know, Mondays are busy. We have Married to Medicine. We've got, Real Housewives of Potomac. But I do want to say congratulations to all the winners last night at the Grammy Awards. And if you don't follow me on short form platforms like TikTok or Reels or here on YouTube Shorts, then you missed out on some of my commentary and some of the winners. First of all, congratulations to Beyonce. The first time ever her winning a Grammy for Album of the Year. And, there's a lot of debate. We could talk about the debate at another time, but congratulations to her. She joins Lauryn Hill, Natalie Cole, and Whitney Houston as the only Black women to win Album of the Year. So congratulations to all of them. And of course, the late, great Whitney Houston. Hearing her voice during the Grammys last night, I was like, Whitney, you just continue to live on. That voice, okay? Congratulations to Kendrick Lamar. Did you guys see... I might have do I have a crush on Kendrick Lamar? Okay, maybe not. He's a little man. Come on. I'm playing. Drake is somewhere punching the air and probably filing a lawsuit against Beyonce for dancing. Look, dancing to Not Like Us. He swept his categories, winning multiple Grammys last night for his song Not Like Us, as he should. Congratulations to him. Lady Gaga won an award. Kanye West and his wife, Bianca Censori, showed up to the Grammys. Word on the street, they were kicked out most other reports are saying they weren't kicked out. She stripped down on the red carpet. If you missed any of it, I reported on it on our TikTok and on other platforms. Don't rely on the algorithm. Go to my page so you can see some of the commentary that I provided last night on the Grammys. How did my boy Trevor Noah do? I didn't watch a lot of his monologues and things like that during the show. I watched some of it. He's lucky he's cute. See, this is when I miss Monique hosting these awards. Monique, no matter how you feel about Monique, okay, put that to the side. You can't deny her talent. You can't deny she's a really good host as well. Oh, Regina, not Regina King. Regina, damn it. It's not Regina King, it's the other Regina. She's hosted some awards before, and I'm just sort of like, get her to host it next year. Damn. Anyways, I just wanted to start off with talking about that. So Regina Hall, thank you so much. Shout out to Ashton on TikTok. Regina Hall, I don't know why I had a little brain fart. Anyways, so can we get her to host it next year? I'm sorry, Trevor. Since you're not my boo, I'm not gonna have your back. End up says my husband, Trevor. No, I'm not gonna have your back. He's hosted it multiple years, and I like Trevor Noah. I think he's smart. I think he's funny. I think he's cute. But next. Go look at some of the clips of Regina Hall hosting different events. She's hilarious. Okay? And the disrespect the Associated Press gave to Babyface, I did a video on that as well, if you missed that. So disrespectful, so they could talk to Chappell Roan. And no disrespect to Chappell Roan. Chappell Roan is very talented too. I loved her performance. But the disrespect the Associated Press gave him by pushing him to the side, not literally, but pushing him to the side so they could get an interview with the new artist. Do you know that this man has written probably some of your favorite songs that you don't even realize that he's written? But regardless of that, if it was a new artist being pushed aside in the middle of an interview, Babyface says, yeah, go do that. I said, Babyface. Yes. She says, yeah, go do that. That's when you know you're great. That's when you know you're iconic. Nothing like these Johnny come lately DEI hires. We're being facetious, or not really, because we already know who benefits mostly from DEI hiring. But anyways, congratulations to all the winners of the Grammys. I know you guys are, including Beyonce. Beyonce won multiple Grammys, set a lot of different records. So congratulations to everyone. All right. Shout out to Doechii. Doechii's speech, Doechii's talent. Congratulations to you, Doechii. And congratulations to a lot of the new artists that performed last night. I really enjoyed some of the performances last night. Oh, Miata says that Babyface is an Aries. Well, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't know he was an Aries. I don't know what I thought he was. But okay. All right. Anyways, guys, you weren't here for that. Mama Allie, if we can add a little time mark for this. Just a little time mark for the people that want to get straight to the Real Housewives of Potomac. Really? Did you really? Did you really? No, you didn't. Miss Aisha says I cried during her speech. Yeah. Anyways. So Real Housewives of Potomac season finale aired last night. And if you missed it last week, we had a lot of Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine news to cover. They had their trailers come out, and I even spilled some tea. Then we had a caller call in and point out some stuff, and we were like, and shout out to those of you that were tagging certain platforms to cite their sources. Look, we make it a note anytime that we're covering news that we didn't get directly to cite our sources. I don't expect everyone to do it, but here we are, okay? But shout out to the caller that called in. That's our source that called in to say, Kempire, you got to go back to this particular minute mark, okay, of Karen's DUI arrest. So we talked a lot about that, and including some tea that I dropped in regards to Stacey and what happened at the reunion and how she was exposed. No one was really surprised by that, but I had to tell you what I found out, all right, from some very reliable sources. Again, congratulations to our friends over at Watch What Crappens. I stopped by their their sold out show at Town Hall here in New York City and presented an award at the Crappy Awards, and it was Potomac related because I what was it, the biggest scandal that was the category that I presented at the Crappy Awards. And of course, Karen Huger won for her DUI arrest. Yeah. But congratulations to Ben and Ronnie for their amazing show. They put in a lot of work and energy into that show. So be sure to check them out on their platforms. And thank you for having me. All right. And shout out to the Brooke Ashley. Brooke Ashley was my date for the night. And shout out to everyone that I met backstage, including Black Dolores. I also met Margaret. Margaret was lovely. Okay. She was really, really not even just nice. You know, somebody can just be nice because they know. Like, she came up to me, and I was just like, "Oh, hey, Margaret, you watched the material?" But no, she was lovely. Okay, and I did ask her some questions. Okay, Mama Allie, another time, Mark.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
No, so she was really, really nice. But you know how so you could tell someone's like genuinely nice? I can't say the same for Gizelle Tank. Oh, Asawi, I love you. And it wasn't towards me because I didn't say hello to her. I don't go up to these folks. I'm not trying to be their friends like some folks. I'm not, look, no, I'm not interested. Okay? First of all, Black Dolores was there. Black Dolores is gorgeous in person. I didn't even go up to Black Dolores, but Black Dolores was right before me presenting an award, so she came towards the back and she was, speaking to everyone, saying hello. And she looked at me and she was like, "Hi," and I was like, "Hi." That's it. I'm not trying to engage, not trying to have. But Margaret was not afraid to engage and have conversation, but it felt genuine. Okay. Hey, Delsenia. I love what Delsenia is. Delsenia has been a part of this crew of folks for a long time. Delsenia, you seen all the stuff, the highs, the lows, the dramas, the things. So shout out to Delsenia. Delsenia usually watches on Facebook. Delsenia says, "My husband is enjoying your soundboard. He's over here going womp womp." Let's do it one time for Delsenia's husband. All right. Yeah, so I met Black Dolores. She was lovely. And look, in the brief, but I was watching, I was looking, and she was lovely to everyone. Gizelle Tank from Real Housewives of New York. But look, what can I say? Like, I have to remember. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember. Did we say that on here or did we speak about it off here? I will leave it to the Brooke Ashley to tell you about her experiences with Gizelle Tank, but she saw Gizelle because she's met Gizelle multiple times. So when she sees Gizelle, she's like, "Hey, how are you?" The energy that I read from Gizelle was so weird. Like, this girl. First of all, we're like two of the only Black people back there. Two or three of us back there. So you know who this woman is. And you're one of the only other people of color back here too. But she's just sort of like, But and look, some people might say, well, maybe it was the moment, maybe, because she was, it was crowded back there. No. Brooke told me this before, even before this. I already knew that she had been a little shady towards Brooke. Not her being shady yet again in front of my own face. I even said to Brooke, I was like, "Brooke, that was weird." She was like, "I'm so glad you said it because I thought it was me." And I was like, "No, that was some weird energy. Weirdo energy. It's not like you haven't met this woman before. You've met her multiple times. Not once, maybe twice. Most definitely more than once. And it was just weird energy. Jessel is believing the hype that, the Bravo universe likes to do for people. Girl. And just when I was, based off the season, I was like, Jessel's fun. Nope. In real life, Jessel is a mean girl. I don't know about that. I'm being facetious. Anyways, it is members only live chat today. So shout out to all of our members. We do this at least once a month. And it's Black History Month. I can't wait to talk about Married to Medicine. Not Phaedra has her own TJ. Sorry. Okay, focus. All right. And now begins our Real Housewives of Potomac recap. All right. Thank you, Mama Ellie, for keeping the times. Is Mama Ellie? Oh, yes. There goes Mama Ellie. I was like, is she here? I'm just assuming. I should not assume. All right. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm in a good mood. Maybe because I had breakfast. I actually cooked some breakfast today. Anyways. All right. So Karen is getting ready for Stacey's event. Here's the thing. Karen has done this. She did this with Dr. Wendy's candle, the 3-wick candle. Now all of a sudden she's getting involved with dogs herself. And she's like, well, I'm doing the dogs that shouldn't be bred. The dogs that are bred, but that should not be bred event or not event or some sort of charity. And she's rescuing these 2 dogs. One's going to be called Grand. The other one's going to be called Dom. I wonder if she ever went through with that. Anyways, so she's going to be working on her own something, okay? That's going to be probably very similar to what Stacey's doing. I think Stacey's Strut for Strays was actually a really cute idea, and I think that's fantastic. That's something that she wanted to do, and I look, it didn't end up great towards the end, but these are animals. Animals, you can't have loud noises. If anything, that should have been announced. Like, very small clapping, guys. Confetti and all that stuff should not be happening. But okay. But anyway, we'll get there. So Karen says that she won't be walking in the show because she doesn't believe that Stacey has been fair and neutral. And not them calling out Karen for what we already believed that she was doing. And that's probably what she was doing with Jacqueline. She was probably trying to enlist Jacqueline. And look, Jacqueline chose badly. Don't get me wrong. Choosing Mia probably wasn't the best decision, but it probably was the best decision because at least she has history with Mia. And you see how quickly Karen turns on you when you don't have her back. And apparently this is something that Karen does when, new people are coming on the show. She's taking them out to lunch or dinner and she's telling them about the group and she's trying to get those people on her side. Okay. So she says that Stacey wasn't treating her fair and neutral. We all saw what Stacey did. What Stacey did not warrant Karen to turn on her and not support her in this event. She did just a little too much. Okay, so, but whatever. So, Karen gets a phone call from Dr. Wendy Acefo, and she's inviting Karen to the White House because, as you know, Dr. Wendy feels a connection to Karen. And look, Karen was probably the only person in this group that really not embraced. That's not the word, because we know in the beginning she didn't embrace Dr. Wendy. But when all the colorism stuff and the cast was very divided, Karen was sort of that neutral party between Gizelle and regular Robin. I have to say, I did enjoy regular Robin and Gizelle on Watch What Happens Live. I was like, do I want Robin to come back next season as a friend of or a guest? Calm down. Only if Karen comes back next season. Hear me out. Hear me out. I am not a regular Robin fan. Regular Robin's rise. But, okay. But I enjoyed watching her on there. I didn't really love her on Traders. But I was like, because she didn't lie about Karen. If anything, she told the truth. So maybe as a guest. Because we know she doesn't have a storyline. I don't want to see her in Juan. Why did I say Juan like that? Probably thought I was going to say Quad. I don't want to see that. So maybe a friend of. And look, hear me out. Hear me out. This is my recap. She really is friends with Gizelle. If anything, that's their saving grace as friends. They're really friends. There's so much fakery on these shows, especially after watching these 2 episodes and finding out what we found out about Stacey and what I'm seeing fake do and watching that trailer for Real Housewives of Atlanta. The very least that I can give Gizelle and regular Robin credit, they're really friends. And there's just not a lot of believable friendships or anything on these shows. Anyways, but look, if she doesn't come back, I won't be heartbroken. End up says guest of, I can see that. Or yeah, maybe a guest. She doesn't necessarily have to come back. I don't want her a full-time housewife because she's not going to offer us. She is going to offer us Juan Dixon, and I don't want to see that. Okay? Elizabeth says guest is okay, but not friend of. Yeah, unless let her film as a guest. Unless she really brings it, then make her a friend of. That's how they normally do it anyway. So we'll see. Toya says, absolutely not. Hear me out. My heart is warming to the Green Eye Bandits. No, it's not. Sensi says that Teddy and Robert give the same vibes. I have to say the Nat is probably a little bit more annoying to me. I got to think about that though. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Oh, sidebar. Did you guys notice the young man that was at the bar at Watch What Happens Live brought up Nene Leakes? He says, the name of his book is a Nene Leakes quote. Did you guys notice Andy Cohen's face? It was like he was frozen in time. He was like, oh, that's great. And look, Nene said a lot of stuff about Andy, so I don't blame him for feeling away. But you think by now he would sort of be ready to respond anytime that Nene's name comes up. And yes, he said that Nene has said that she doesn't want me to mention her name or keep her name out of his mouth, so he doesn't mention her. But just to be, if it was me, to show that I am so unbothered by what you said, I'd be like, oh, that's amazing. Nene is legendary. She is iconic. And that's how I would leave it. Look, the case is over, especially now he can definitely say it now. The case has been settled. The case is done. But his face was like, I was like, ooh. That wasn't the only time Nene's name was mentioned during Watch What Happens Live, and he had a very similar reaction. She's, Andy, the reason why you have what you have, and I'm not going to take away any credit from Andy Cohen and what he's offered in other cities, but you can't deny Nene Leakes' impact and her continued impact. She has made you millions. Yes, you've made millions on your own, but she's made you literally millions, and she will continue to make you millions. So at least, and I get it, she called you all kinds of crackhead and look, okay, maybe racist, and I get it. I understand being done with Nene, but even if I'm done with someone in the position that you're in, I would have just been like, oh, that's amazing. Nene is legendary, iconic, yes. Okay, maybe that's he don't even do all that. Candace says Nene is Atlanta, and Atlanta has look at the numbers, the biggest ratings of his entire situation over there. So come on. And didn't she say Watch What Happens Live was her idea? So another reason why you got to check. Anyways, I've digressed. Let's get back to this, okay? It was related though. I was just like, oh, that was interesting. Okay. So Nene being on Watch What Happens Live anytime soon, even though they settled, doesn't sound like it's gonna happen. All right. All right. So Stacey hangs out with her good friend AJ. And look, I love the fact that AJ has done I think he's done Stacey's hair and stuff like that for like this season and whatnot. So she films a scene with him. I like seeing Stacey's friends and family. The scenes that we've gotten with them has been interesting. But now that we know what we know, and I 100% believe the sources and what they've told me in regards to what happened at the reunion and her being behind on payments with TJ. TJ doesn't like Stacey. TJ's not even Stacey's best friend at all. So I see her producing in this moment in her conversation with AJ when she's talking about TJ. She's like, he's my best friend. And then he's like, is he wealthy? And she's like, he's an actor. I told you the minute she told us he was an actor, I was like, uh-oh. That's when my alarm bells started to go off. I was like, he's an actor. If he had just told me he was like a TV personality doing the QVC stuff, then I'd be like, okay. But when she said that he was an actor, yes, we know about AJ. We talked about this the other day. AJ was on $1 Million Matchmaker looking for a wife.
How you doing?
Has he come out the okay, look, that's his business. I'm not even going. I don't want to assume. Did he ever find the wife? Did anyone see that episode? I don't know. I don't want to assume. Fine, let's move on. So this was an interesting conversation. So AJ's just he's like, okay, are you sleeping with anyone? Like, what's going on? And I told you if you came to I have some of the footage. Danielle caught some of the footage. I need to upload the footage of my interview with Stacey at the DC show. Yeah, I'm holding on to the archives. Okay, y'all. Maybe I'll wait till the reunion and then, okay, no, never mind. So, AJ's asking about this guy. He's just like, he doesn't sound great. All right. But she's like, TJ's my best friend. All right. So, as I said before, AJ asked if TJ was wealthy, and just Stacey's response gave like, yeah, I know you're not going to believe this. We got to film a scene. Okay. And AJ says he thinks that Stacey has been brainwashed. So we get a FaceTime call from TJ. She probably sent him a text, we're filming today. The check is cleared. So he made sure to call during this filming moment because he wasn't in town. He probably was in LA auditioning. Okay. So he calls, and then there's a weird interaction between AJ and TJ. He's like, oh, you said my name wrong. He's like, no, I said TJ. It was sort of like the queens were fighting. Ow. It was just weird. And TJ is always just weird, like a passive aggressive, but really more, not passive, but more aggressive with Stacey. So when he hangs up, AJ's like, he is so animated and I'm animated. So for me to say someone's animated, he says he's almost like an AI character. And then I said, oh, you're right. He kind of does look like an AI character, TJ. Where's my TJ photo? Here we go. My TJ photo. I mean, they were so cute. They were very cute on Watch What Happens Live. Like, she looked gorgeous here. Gorgeous. All right? So AJ's not sold on TJ. He's sort of like, he's very animated. He seems like an AI character. And when you look at TJ, you're like, kinda. I can see it. Especially when you see the AI characters that they have forming. All right. Someone in my TikTok, AGJ says, cat fight. All right. So that was a cute lunch. Ashley at home with her family. Aunt Monica has more sense than Sheila, Ashley's mom. And still, look, Ashley, red alert, red alert. Stop having your boys on that hard marble island. And because I'm very fearful that they're going to fall off and get hurt. Multiple times we see them filming and the kids with their shoes on are on the island. Anyways, so Ashley is having a little celebratory birthday for her Aunt Monica. Uncle Lump's there. Her mom is there. Her sister is there. Cute. Her mom, is trying to lose weight. She's trying to eat better, do better, fine. Aunt Monica arrives. Ashley gives them the update on divorce. She's like, I think by next week I'll be divorced. Yay.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
She's thinking by next year. By next year, I probably will be divorced. But next week, probably divorced. So she didn't have to do the public portion of what she thought she might have to do in order for them to settle this divorce. But she said that she had to take a little bit more on her plate. Sidebar, on Watch What Happens Live, when asked about Ashley's finances, Gizelle says Ashley probably has more money than all of us in this room except Andy Cohen. From what? Where exactly is Ashley getting this money from? Unless it was given to her from Michael. But other than that, where did Ashley get this money from? The drag brunches? And look, no one's going to sit here and forget that, yes, she's an OG, part of Real Housewives of Potomac. She makes a good living on Potomac. But to be richer than everyone in that room? Really? Okay. Fine. I don't necessarily believe that, but I also don't think that Ashley is hurting. Okay. But Michael Darby actually has quite a lot of money too. So it makes me wonder if he's given her stuff or she's collected and saved stuff. Maybe she was smart enough to create some sort of FU fund and has been collecting money over the years. I don't know how well she did in this divorce. A lot of people speculated for a long time, oh, she's going to get half of everything, blah, blah, and she did not. One thing, Michael Gullum might be ugly and crazy and sorry. He might be a lot of things, inappropriate, grabbing people's booties, but I don't think he's dumb. Okay, all right. So Ashley gets a FaceTime from Josh Harlow, and the son is like, "Oh, can I say hi?" And she refers to Josh as a coworker. I thought she was going to refer to him as a friend. You know how a lot of parents will do that. Oh, it's just my friend. She referred to him as a coworker. Now I'm kind of like, that's an interesting term. Is this just a relationship for television? And I didn't believe that before. But I just thought that was interesting that she used coworker as opposed to, like, oh, it's mommy's friend. It's mommy's coworker? Oh. Okay. Anyways, then Ashley decides to break out in song, I'm healing and I'm thriving. I was so here. First of all, her own mother probably had the biggest grimace on her face, like, oh God, here she goes singing again. Aunt Monica is like, oh God. Her entire family has the reaction that all of us have when Ashley decides to break out in song without auto-tune. I mean, she's probably the only person that I've ever seen that sounds worse with auto-tune.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
She's probably the only person that I've heard that sounds worse with auto-tune. So the family is, go back and rewind the tape and look at Sheila's face. At first, I thought the Aunt Monica had the worst face, but then when I watched it back, her mother was like, girl. And her mother Sheila loves Ashley down. So for her to make that face, I was like, damn, Sheila, relatable. Okay. Oh man. I loved it though. Anyone else? Asawi, I love you. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Don't forget, less than 3 weeks now, the Kempire After Dark live experience returned to the Green Room 42 here in New York City. We're going to talk a lot. We're going to have a lot to talk about. You know, we're going to talk pop culture. We're going to talk housewives. We're going to talk a bunch of things. Special guests, Brooke Ashley and allegedly Stephanie, will be joining me on stage. And hopefully you will be joining me in person in the audience. But if you can't, there's also a live stream option as well. Ticket information will be available in the description. And don't forget, guys, you can hear an audio version of our live recaps and special episodes on the Kempire podcast. Make sure you subscribe today. And don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Shout out to our Kings Guards in the live chat. Shout out to our members, because today is a members only live chat. We appreciate you guys being here. And don't forget, at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. PST, we will be live yet again to talk about Married to Medicine, Quad, Dr. G, Sweet Tea, and more. Okay? I have thoughts. Okay. Anyway, so back to Real Housewives of Potomac. Ashley, we'll move on from there. Gizelle plants a Christmas tree in honor of her father. Really sweet moment because, as you know, this is something that her and her daughters and her father used to do every holiday. So she reflects on this tradition. They try to dig up a hole, but that wasn't working. I never thought that they would dig it for themselves. It would have been really beautiful if they had the proper people to come and help and actually make it happen. I'm sure by now they've actually planted that tree. But I thought I always think that's the best way of memorializing someone is planting a tree or planting something, adding back to the earth, because as you know, they've gone back to the earth. So I thought that was really, really beautiful. So I thought that was a really sweet scene. And look, anytime we see, I love seeing her daughters sort of comfort her and say it's okay to be emotional, because you know Gizelle has a difficult time. And that's the great thing about kids. I think they they're able to be so blunt and honest and just challenge you in ways. And I think that's exactly what Giselle's daughters do. And they are lovely. Did you guys see on Watch What Happens Live on how Giselle's like she doesn't see it for Mia? Here's the thing: because would you see it for Mia after she called your daughter whores? No, but I think Giselle's response now about how she doesn't see it for Mia at all is more based off of what you guys have been saying. You had more fever for Candace and Wendy than you did for Mia. So I feel like she shifted how she reacts about Mia, because she talked about that on Watch What Happens Live. She's like, I don't see it for Mia, on how she talked about my 3 beautiful daughters. Where was that energy during the season in the moment? The same way that you had that same feeling for Wendy and Candace for just rolling their eyes. And I don't believe they were even rolling their eyes in reference to your daughters. So I just find that to be interesting that she sort of shifted her response when it comes to Mia. Okay. Anyways, if you missed it when we talked about the reunion trailer, the other tea that we dropped was how Mia left the reunion early, allegedly. All right, so that was a beautiful scene with Gizelle planting the Christmas tree and putting a little plaque there. They didn't really plant it just yet. They didn't dig it a bigger enough hole for them to put it in there, but fine. Dr. Wendy Asefo, as you know, last week we found out that she was going to get this exclusive interview in the White House with the then White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, the first Black woman and openly queer woman to hold the position. So they end up going to the White House. As you know, she invited Karen. So Karen's there. I thought Karine's response to Karen was like, I know that went to Karen's head. Like, Karine was just like, the Grand Dame. Like, she got more excited to see Karen than she did Dr. Wendy. I was like, wow. Look, reality, there's a lot of people that watch these shows that you don't even realize watches these shows, okay? Like I said, when I went to the Watch What Crappens, the Bravo Universe was there. It was a sold-out show. The way that they cheered for some of the housewives that were there, it was insane. Winter, you were there. Winter in the building. Winter was there. So I wasn't completely surprised, but I was just like, wow, I didn't expect that either. So Dr. Wendy also brought her kids, and she also brought, of course, Eddie to this event. And she interviews Karine. So here's the thing. I think this is fantastic. But as you know, when we've seen, I also love the Bob, Dr. Wendy. But I'm going to give you some constructive criticism. And this is truly constructive. I'm not hating on Dr. Wendy. It feels as if Dr. Wendy is doing what she's done on the show. You know, Dr. Wendy has been open and vulnerable recently about how she's been trying to find herself. You know, a lot of the things that she did because this was expected of her. So she's tried a lot of different things. And a lot of people are like, who is Wendy? We're not getting to know Wendy. Just when we thought she really found her niche, this is what she wanted to do. As you know, she's been a political commentator for a very long time. So she said, I'm going to launch my YouTube channel. I'm going to launch this show. So I was like, fantastic. So I went to go look at her YouTube channel, because that's where her show is. And I was sort of like, oh, so this is just another storyline, because you are not passionate about the Dr. Wendy show. Hear me out. Because I'm not a stand for anybody. You know, some people just like, oh my God. No, we're going to keep it real with you. The last post that she posted was this Karine interview, which she posted yesterday. Smart. The last post before that was just hilarious 3 months ago. And the post before that was 3 months ago. So 6 months. You had a whole season where you could have been putting out content. I understand you can't put out content like we put out content every day, 24/7, 300 and, well, according to Portia, 265 days of the year. Okay?
What is this, honey? Shut up! That is so stupid.
So, and for those that have gotten advice from me in regards to starting content creation or YouTube and things like that, one of the things I always tell you is consistency. You're not going to build on a show, the Dr. Wendy show, by putting out content once every 3 months. I understand you're busy. Congratulations, she's teaching reality TV at a university. But if you really were passionate and serious about this show, you would be putting out content more consistently. I was just like, and mind you, she's not getting the views like that either. You have a platform where millions of people are watching. And then trust and believe, and that's the difference between YouTube views and, just being on a platform with an ensemble cast. People are going to watch regardless there. But in order to really build a community on YouTube, you got to be consistent, and you got to be, you have to be able to deliver. And look, not everybody's able to deliver. Not everyone's going to show up because they like you. They're going to show up maybe for the interviews that you're doing, but you're not even doing that. So when I saw that, I said, oh, so this is just another story for her to share on the show, the Dr. Wendy show. So for this season alone, you put out 3 episodes or 2, and you have this huge platform where you can promote your YouTube channel. Don't do what Dr. Wendy is doing, y'all. If you're trying to create something, and it doesn't have to be just YouTube or whatever it is, consistency is always going to be key. She's consistent every 3 months, but you're not going to build a show here on this YouTube platform with posting every 3 months. And now the show is going into a season finale. We just aired the season finale. You should have been posting content this entire season while your show was airing. This is why I give Candy Burris Tucker credit. She was consistently putting out the Speak On It episodes during the season of RHOA. But she is a Gemini, though. Sorry, Geminis. You got it. I've worked with Geminis. I managed a Gemini. It's very Gemini behavior. Very inconsistent. Sorry, it's the truth. Come on, Geminis. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I just thought about it. It's very Gemini behavior. Inconsistent. You guys have the talent, but you just don't stick with it. I know what I speak of. Speaking of astrological signs, guys, we did a special 5-hour dating live this past Friday. If you missed it, you can hear an audio version on the Kempire podcast. Shout out to everyone that called in and shared their personal stories. We had a time. I learned a lot. We're going to do it again. I think this Friday we're going to do it again, and I'm going to bring a special guest, a life coach, because y'all need help. No, I'm playing. No judge. We listen and we don't judge. Okay. We listen and we don't judge. Okay. Foxy says Candace was on point. Sidebar. That's why I think Candace has been able to develop people respecting her in the music industry, because she kept pushing for it. She kept being consistent with it. And you see what it's done for her. No, is she on the level of some of the other musical artists? Not necessarily, but she still created a name for her in the space because she was pushing for it. She was consistent with it, and she was pursuing another degree. Okay? Anyways. Toon says, let's remember that a Gemini with 4 degrees. Y'all could keep talking about the 4 degrees. Those are things that she did. I'm not saying that you can't complete something, but the things that she really wants to do, she has not completed. Just saying. Mr. Bell, imagine that you probably need a timer next time. Yeah, we're probably going to have to do that because people work. I also don't want to rush people when they're talking about their stories. But anyways, let's move on. Let's get back to this because we still have so much to talk about. So Dr. Wendy does her interview with Karine at the White House. Great moment. But again, I just expected to go to her YouTube channel and see, oh, she's been doing interviews, but I should have known better because we didn't see any moments from those interviews coming out. She could even interview some of her castmates. She could have brought some people on. Nothing. Look, the political climate. She could have been bringing on people talking about politics at the time leading up to the election. Nothing? You weren't passionate about that, girl. You weren't passionate. It's okay. Anyway, so Stacey strut for strays. So Stacey arrives and she's getting this event together. Stacey, you production, you guys are so shady. The way so Stacey changed her wig and she put on this sort of Whitney Houston wig, as Mia said. And they literally zoomed in to the stringiness of this wig. I don't know what she was thinking of. AJ, as her gay best friend, allegedly, I don't know. As her best friend, why would you let her go out there looking like that? Why? In production, I would never film Real Housewives of Potomac because the way y'all zoomed in on Greg's ashy toes. I mean, they did this before with Mia when they zoomed in on her feet. The way they zoomed into the follicles, the false follicles of that wig. I said, come on. Wait a minute.
What is this, honey?
I was like, what's going on? TJ arrives. TJ didn't even go look for her. He's just busy there trying to figure out what's happening because this is a job for him. This entire situation is a job. Okay? So he's there. He didn't go see her. He's busy trying to learn what he needs to do because he's going to be the co-host. She probably decided to make him a co-host as to paying him. He's like, this is an opportunity for you. You can co-host. You get some screen time. This is what I imagined their conversation was. So he's co-hosting this event with her. And he sees her and he's just like, oh, looking at her hair. And she's like, you don't love it? He's like, if you love it. So he doesn't love it. Again, they're friends. Then TJ has a conversation with AJ. Again, I feel like there's context that we're missing. Maybe there were things that happened during the season. And believe there were. There were quite a few scenes that we saw in the trailer that we didn't see throughout the season. Like the conversation between Dr. Wendy and Karen. Remember, there was a conversation that they had one-on-one where Wendy was calling her out. And I'm assuming it was probably after this event. I don't know. The timeline is not timelining. So I thought that was interesting. But TJ and his conversation with AJ about, we have her back, anyone that's against her, blah, blah. And even AJ seems confused. He's just like, oh, TJ is weird. Even if he was acting, you chose the worst actor in the world. Because I didn't understand his energy. Like, that was such a weird conversation. Again, I think we're missing context as to why he said that, but maybe we're not, because AJ seemed just as confused as we are. Like, what are you talking about? Why wouldn't we have her back? And why are we having an issue right now? Speaking of issues. So Stacey and Karen, when Karen arrives, Karen looked great. All of them look great. They just all kind of looked like they were going to different parties. Anyone else? It's like some of them were like wearing certain outfits. Jazzy looked great. I want to see Jazzy again next season. I just want to see Jazzy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about you, Jazzy, but I do want to see you next season. I feel like there's more to you, and I think you just that Mia math threw us off. Okay, but I want to see more of you next season. Beautiful woman. I liked her outfit. I liked her energy. She beginning of the season, remember, we liked Jazzy. But figure out that whole baby mama situation before you come back next season. Okay? Are you guys I know you're engaged. When are you getting married? Are you getting married next year? Because if it's during filming, that'd be fantastic. Anyways, Stacey and Karen have a conversation about why Karen feels a way about Stacey. So Karen tells Stacey that she doesn't care who she's friends with. However, she didn't feel supported by Stacey during the Mia situation. And Stacey's like, I've had your back multiple times. And production shows the multiple times that Stacey has had Karen's back. And I agree. And I told you, no matter how we feel about Stacey lying to us with the whole TJ of it all, I appreciate the fact that she, multiple times during the season, didn't just fall in line. Didn't fall for the okie doke. Didn't fall for the hazing. And again, Aries woman, she's a boss. She's bossy in her own right. And she wasn't going to just dislike Mia because Karen wants her to dislike Mia. She's on principle. She's like, you're talking about her kids. So I'm not going to support that. And she supported Karen multiple times during the season. Even at our live show when we asked about Karen, she was still very kind and supportive of Karen, despite what Karen did at the end of the season. So they get into it. And Karen loves to bring up etiquette. And that's the thing, Karen, you in etiquette, you can't bring that up anymore. We've seen the video footage, okay? She was like, etiquette 201, zip it, because, you know, Stacey is trying to explain her side of things. Okay? And apparently Karen says she never saw Stacey defending her with her own eyes. Karen says that Stacey has backstabbing tendencies. Well, here's the thing. In all fairness, here I go twerking on the fence. The fact that this immediate, I don't feel like the fallout between Karen and Stacey warranted Stacey running to everyone and telling everyone what Karen said about them. That, and again, we could be missing context, but based on what we've seen on the show, it felt as if the minute that Stacey and Karen had a falling out, Stacey was running to Mia to tell Mia all the dirt. Then she ran to Ashley to tell Ashley all the dirt. Ashley, you have...
Shut up! That is so stupid.
You have the nerve to talk about someone's wig. When Ashley arrives at this event, she had nerve to talk about Stacey's wig. She was just like, "Oh, girl, that ain't it." I'm just gonna give you one example of Ashley in a wig, and I rest my case. Okay.
What is this, honey? What is this, honey?
Really? Ashley, you can never talk about anyone's wig. Please sit this one out. Okay?
So nasty.
And that's what happened.
So rude.
What? What is going on? You want to sit here and talk about somebody's wig? The only person that could probably talk about somebody's wig on this cast would be Dr. Wendy Acefo. Okay? And talk about someone's style. Dr. Wendy looked amazing at this event too. I was like, what is... Girl, someone said that's Sheila's wig. It looks like it. Okay. I just didn't want to forget about that moment. Okay, but back to Karen and Stacey's conversation. Karen, you are so delusional. Karen says that that Stacey has backstabbing tendencies, and that's her personality. She then, in her confessional, pulls out a doll. Karen is so... Look, this is Housewives. This is what they do. We appreciate props. But the fact that you decided to get a full-on prop made of Stacey for your confessional to prove your point, when honestly it's not landing the way that you think it's landing. And I think because she knows the Bravo universe loves her, she's a fan fave, and she knows that Stacey's a newbie, so she feels like this is like hazing. This is exactly like hazing. She knows that the Bravo universe is going to be tougher on a newbie because they're not that invested. And the fact that Stacey came in on this lie, no, I'm telling you, if you came to the DC show, there people love them some Stacey. I told you she was the Palo Santo, the Timu version at this particular point of the season. All right. So she brings in the doll and she's like, "This is Stacey." And then she's like, "I brought you into this group. I can kick you out of this group." And she chucks the doll. That was a scary doll. Come on, that was scary, but okay. So they have their little back and forth, okay? Stacey says that she owes no allegiance to Karen Huger, which I agree. And she said Karen went from being her fairy godmother to the Wicked Witch of the West. Technically the East, okay? We're on the East Coast, okay? Unless she's in West Potomac, I don't know. So we had that moment. Karen says that Stacey, she's like raggedy, and Stacey was like, "There is nothing raggedy about me." She's like, "I wasn't talking about your face. I was talking about your outfits." And then she was like, "About the way you dress." And she's like, "You're talking about, this is Vivian's dress. Are you talking about Vivian? How'd you guys think about Vivian's stuff?" Based on what I saw from Vivian's collection, they actually look nice. Go ahead, Vivian. You didn't have to even be a full-time housewife or a friend of in order to get your stuff featured and your business featured on the show. I was like, okay. So, oh yeah, it was a scarecrow, that doll. Are you trying to say that Stacey doesn't have a brain? I think Stacey pretends to not have a brain. Stacey is far from dumb. I think she was less than smart, though, choosing TJ as her paid boyfriend, though. Anyways, she's like, I'm talking about what you normally wear. A lot of people have said that about Stacey. They don't like Stacey's fashion. Stacey, don't change. Be who you are. I don't care about your fashion. We don't look to Potomac for fashion. You just joined the rest of them that are not fashionable, except Dr. Wendy. Okay. You brought it during the reunion though. Hire Chanel, not Chanel Ion, Chanel the stylist, Wendy stylist. Anyways, so Karen then says, you have your own accusations. So I know we all were like, what? And Stacey's like, I have never been to court. She was like, you have your own accusations. So they asked her in the confessional, and she's like, yeah, she goes through the same stop sign. She's had to go to court for that. What, traffic court? Karen, look, I know Karen thinks it, for those that saw the video that we did about Karen possibly being vindicated. She's not, her saying that she's going to be vindicated, unless she thought the man was going to come forth and say he was the one driving the car. She saw that video footage. There was no way that she thought that she could go in with the evidence as it was and think that she was going to be vindicated. And this is the second time this season that Karen Huger has compared someone's, Jacqueline, light traffic stop to a DUI that could have killed yourself and someone else. I'm so tired of her making light of the situation. I'm so tired of that. Sidebar, regular Robin reacted to Karen's DUI arrest and the body cam footage. She says, I was not surprised by any of it. She sounded very much like how she would sound when she would call me at 10 a.m. in the morning. And it was like 10 a.m. She's like, or the afternoon. So Karen really has a problem. So I'm not trying to beat up on Karen. It's just that the seriousness of her driving under the influence cannot be stressed enough. But I do want Karen to get help because clearly she has a problem. Even if she wasn't behind the wheel of the car, Karen has a problem. If you're drunk calling people at 10 o'clock in the morning, in the afternoon, you have a problem. And I hope that she really gets the help that she needs. Based off what Robin said, she doesn't believe that Karen actually is getting the help that she needs. We can only hope. She's got to get there for herself. And maybe she needs to take a season off. Just saying, I'm okay with her taking a season off so she can work on her sobriety and her mental health. So Karen says to Stacey that you need to worry about your own accusations. She runs through a stop sign. So you were sitting here digging up information on these people. Like this is what you do, Karen? You're digging up information on people? So Gizelle arrives in a dress that Stacey wanted to wear. She refused to let Dr. Wendy wear the dress. She's like, you're not going to look better than me. You can't wear that dress. So Gizelle heard that, went back to Vivian's store and bought the dress so she could wear it to the event, only for us to find out during Watch What Happens Live that not only did she buy the dress, she gifted the dress to Dr. Wendy because Dr. Wendy really liked the dress. Look, in real world, mean, housewives, funny. Honestly, in the real world, I'm like, oh, gagged. I was like, finally. Yes, come on, Gizelle. I like that. Because first of all, Stacey, you should want everyone to look great in your fashion show. Dr. Wendy would have looked amazing in that dress. This is supposed to be for charity. Okay? You didn't even end up wearing that dress. So I love the fact that Gizelle was like, I'm going to go buy the dress. I'm going to wear the dress. And then I'm going to gift it to Dr. Wendy, who originally wanted the dress. Come on. Mm-hmm.
It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me.
This is why I tell you it's important to be team no one, because there are moments when you can really like a move that someone has made. Because when people are stans, they feel like they can never celebrate someone that they don't necessarily rock with. No, and that's why our community is the way that it is, because we rock back and forth on everybody. All right, exactly. Angel says, did Jizzy just pull a 50 Cent? You know, and she did it within her tax bracket. Okay. All right, we had quite a few super chats. I want to say thank you guys. Shout out to our members. This is a members only live chat. I am going to drop the call link first for our members. Let me do that before we get to all of our super chats. Guys, if you haven't liked the video already, be sure to like the video. It's easy and it's free. All right, so let me just drop this on the post tab. It's no longer the community tab here on YouTube, the post tab. So let me drop this here. All right, and happy Black History Month, guys. It is Black History Month, and we're celebrating all month long, and along with our Kempire After Dark live show at the Green Room 42 on Friday, February 21st. Get your tickets today. There's also a live stream option as well. Ticket information is available in the description, along with our friends over at Rose Forever, who's sponsoring today's live recap. If you're a member of the channel, we dropped the call link on the community tab for you. Maria, thank you so much for this super chat. Oh, and the beautiful picture. Maria says, hey, Kempire, finally a member. I can't believe the Grand Dame's legacy is ending like this. I'm disappointed, Curran. Hashtag don't bring back regular Robin. Look, I agree. But I will never take away from what Karen has offered us this season too, but over the years. But she's got to get help. Like, I'm not interested in exploiting what's going on with her. Get the help that you need and then come back better than ever. But this really showed us. And not to sit here and act as if we didn't know who Karen was and that Karen has lied to us over the years. But lying about, something light and funny is one thing, but lying about this is another thing. Houston Foodie, thank you for the super chat. Houston Foodie says, did everyone's solo scene feel like a spinoff to you? I never thought of it that way, Houston Foodie, but the fact that you said that now, I'm like, but I don't think none of these people are getting spinoffs. Okay, no one is getting a spinoff. Linda, thank you so much for the super chat. Linda says, why put ads on a live? You're greedy for money. Do better. For a live? Do you realize that's how YouTubers make money? Is from ad revenue? Do you not realize that, Linda? But thank you for the coin. We don't do this for free. Thank you. Maria, thank you so much for the super chat. Maria says, Jizzy on Watch What Happens Live said that she gave her fashion show dress to Dr. Wendy. She needs to pray Holy Ghost fire that before anything. Hopefully she also had it clean before she gave it back. Just saying. Amy, thank you so much for the super chat. Amy says TJ was setting up the breakup scenes for later. Oh. Maybe that's what they were doing. Bianca, thank you so much for the super chat. Bianca says TJ's always lost. Him asking, do I stand here? Yeah, weirdo, TJ. Bianca, thank you so much for the super chat. Bianca says, what did Ashley mean by look at Stacey's neck? I didn't understand that either. I guess she was referring to the wig. That's what I was looking at. I was just sort of like, maybe she's referring to, I didn't get the reference, okay? Exactly. Jamaki says, that's how people get paid. The same way when you watch something on any other platform, people rely on ad revenue. And that's all situated by YouTube. We don't control the ads. That's YouTube controls the ads. Paula says, and look, not everyone can afford it, but Paula says, get you YouTube Premium and you won't have ads. Look, it is what it is. Maybe people don't understand today's lesson. People that create content on YouTube, live, pre-recorded, they rely on ad revenue in order to get paid. This is my job. You don't see me come into your job and knocking the sponge out of your hand.
I am the fifth member. How about that?
But anyways. All right, moving along. Okay, let me get back to what we were talking about in here. So Gizelle did that with the dress. Kiarna gives us an update on her relationship with Greg. And apparently they're taking a break. If you saw at the end, they mentioned that her and Greg moved out. She moved out of the house that she built with Greg. Just saying. Anyways, Gizelle, let me see. Wait, where else did I write? Oh, so Ashley, we already talked about that. Ashley. Oh, so Ashley talks about all the things that Stacey had told her in regards to what Karen said. Giselle's like, yeah, I warned Dr. Wendy about Karen talking about her, but she didn't want to believe me because it's coming from me. So they bring the information to Karen, and then it becomes a larger group discussion about what Stacey had to say. And Karen kept on denying it. Oh no, I never said that. I didn't do that. And then it's exposed because Gizelle says, like, this is what Karen does. Karen tries, to take in the newbie and, try to pull them on her side. This is something that she does. And it was revealed. They went to Karen's Tally Ho place, the place that they went, Gizelle and Karen went for lunch or whatever on the first episode. She said that's where she had taken her and told her all this information about the entire group. But the only thing that Stacey mentioned was the fact that she said that Mia was in Potomac and Dr. Wendy is self-absorbed. Dr. Wendy says, well, if you had my life, I would be self-absorbed too. Well, if Karen had my life, she'd be self-absorbed too. She said in her confessional. Just saying. Okay. Anyways, moving along. Where else? What else? Because they have a big group discussion in regards to it. So the entire group gathers and they're all having a conversation about what Karen said. Karen denies it, but I think, Wendy says, "Do I believe Karen said it? Yes." She's like, she says, "No, I don't believe Karen said it. I know Karen said it." And again, I don't know when that scene that they never showed where Karen and Wendy actually have the conversation about what she said. I don't know. I'm assuming it was filmed afterwards, but that was never shown. Maybe they'll show it during the reunion. Who knows? We do have a video from Karen during the reunion if you've seen the reunion trailer. So anyways, Stacey shares all the things that Karen said about her, about Wendy, and about Mia. And apparently Karen said a bunch of things about everyone in the group. But Stacey didn't share that. I wonder if that's asked during the reunion. What exactly else did Karen share with you? And now that Karen's not at the reunion, maybe Stacey will actually share all the things that Karen said. But that's the downside of the reunion being filmed before the fans get to see everything, because that would be a question that I would want to ask Andy. To ask the ladies. So Stacey, you said what Karen said about Mia and Wendy. What exactly did she say about the other women? But maybe Andy will ask that question on his own. Okay. All right. Amit, thank you so much for the super chat. Amit says, anyone remember Shanola Hampton on Watch What Happens Live saying she's friends with TJ and then got weird about him and Stacey? Clock the oddness, but can't find it. I remember Amit. I don't remember word for word, but I do remember it being an interesting reaction. I'm sure if you go back to the episode, I don't remember what episode it was. If you remember in the live chat, let us know, because you can always go back on Peacock and watch that episode where she mentions it when she reacts to that. All right. Let me get a little water because I've been talking a lot. All right, guys, don't forget at 4 p.m. Eastern, we will be live again for Married to Medicine. Exactly. Good Girl says, why do they show previews and then omit them from the episode? That's and I have to say that's very common with Potomac, right? That's very, very common with Potomac. I feel like that and Atlanta. Because I feel like we don't see that necessarily with some of the other shows. But okay. I don't know why I get why they did that, because we also have to remember they had to cut this episode in order to include Karen's DUI stuff. So before we get to that, the fashion show starts. We see all the women come out and they're walking and blah, 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 blah. Stacey pronounces philanthropy as philanthropy or philanthropist or philanthropist. Giselle makes a joke and she turns to Karen. She was like, that's probably why she got fired from Fox. Come on. That was funny. Okay. So the women are walking with the different dogs. Apparently, Eddie found out that Dr. Wendy adopted a dog because his reaction was hilarious. He was like, she adopted a dog? She didn't tell me. Okay. Um, Karen is sitting down and telling Cal about the dog charity that she's getting involved with. Okay. It's feeling like the 3-wick candle all over again. Okay. Um, then then they're, the women are walking with the fashions. What did you guys think of the fashions? And look, I can't have a huge opinion on women's fashions. You guys would tell me, is this something that you would wear? They looked really pretty to me. Okay. But so the women are walking out with the different dogs and whatnot. Fine. All of a sudden, the fog machine goes off and all mayhem happens. The dogs start barking, and I just didn't understand why no one advised, specifically the rescue, didn't advise Stacey about clapping and music and any of that other stuff. Because when they show the flashback, the women did talk about confetti. She's a party planner, so she thinks that's what you're supposed to do, but you're dealing with live animals. So I'm surprised the rescue didn't say, keep clapping to a minimum. The dogs are barking. Now they do the whole fog machine. The dogs start flipping out and pooping everywhere. Karen has a big visceral reaction and she's hacking. I don't believe Karen. Yes, it probably was disgusting. I think Karen was trying to have a moment. Karen wanted to hate on Stacey's event. Karen did not puke anywhere. All you heard was, we could do this right now. Like, we could do that right now too. Karen was not hacking, okay? She wanted to have a big moment. She wanted to make it about her. She was hating on this event from the very beginning. She was not really hacking, okay? Anyways, so she starts heaving. Gizelle's just like, I blame TJ. He served no purpose and no penis or conolingus. That's what she said. Gizelle had me giggling in this episode. She had a few moments that had me giggling. Okay, but when she brought it back to TJ, she's like, TJ served no purpose, no penis, no conolingus. I was like, what? Oh my goodness. Yeah, exactly. Pretty Pink Survivor says dogs are going to poop, especially the puppies. Like, they didn't think this through. I mean, the puppies were cute though, right? Exactly. Jamaki says, how is Karen going to adopt dogs and be this disgusted by poop? Okay. I mean, look, it looked pretty bad though. Because I was like, damn, all of them were, it just probably just triggered all of them. The poor puppies were scared. Jazzy was really good with her dog. Did you guys know? Because Jazzy's dog was challenging, but she was really good with her dog. She probably is a dog owner. She was so good with her dog. Anyways. Moving along. Oh, Twitter, they're having a problem with y'all on Twitter. It's all right. Y'all be strong. You should have been watching somewhere else. Anyways, so back to this. What else happened in this moment? So, yeah, so there's mayhem. Everyone's running around, and Stacey's like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Like, she didn't know that. She probably wasn't thinking. You're thinking about, you're filming this reality show. You're trying to throw this event. It's your event that's being filmed. She probably didn't pay attention to the woman talking about confetti, and she probably didn't think about that part. But I'm thinking with animals, even clapping could trigger animals. So you really shouldn't be doing any of that. All right. So they show the final cards for everyone and what everyone's doing. I'll just point out the things that stood out to me. Kay moved out of the new home that she built with the man. But Greg is at the reunion, so maybe they got back together. Oh, gosh, Kay. Ozer says, I have 3 dogs, and a scared poop is totally different than a regular poop. It's awful. Ew. Oh, God. We didn't need that. But thank you for sharing. Okay. Wendy is teaching reality TV at a university. Stacey's in her final stages of her divorce. Same with Ashley. Mia announced that she broke up with Ink, but the cast doesn't believe that she actually broke up with Ink. She also spent the New Year's with Gordon. We saw that play out on social media. Then they segue to Karen's DUI case. We already know the results of that. But they wanted to make sure to include it in the finale episode. They made it seem as if her court case was one day, but from what I recall, because I covered the story, it was 2 days. So they show Karen and Ray standing by her side. Ray deserves a lot of credit. He really, really, really deserves a lot of credit because that man had to come out his bed at 11 o'clock at night to come get this woman that was lit. And now he's also in this damn body cam footage. If my lavender wife at 94 embarrassed me this way, I'd divorce her.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
You embarrassing me like this at my old age? I would divorce her immediately, expeditiously. Oh God. Well, you know, it's a different situation. He has a kid with her. Blah blah blah, blah whatever. Okay. So we already know the results of her DUI case. This is a perfect segue into the reunion. She was convicted of 5 of the 6 charges. She faces up to 2 years in jail. Do you think that she will actually get some jail time? She might spend some time. I don't know. Is the Maryland County jails packed? Because if they're packed, like in LA, then you probably won't even serve a week. You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see what they decide. They've pushed it back. It was supposed to be on January 29th, her sentencing. They pushed it back because she had just gotten out of rehab on the 28th and she fired her legal team. So they requested to have it pushed back. It will be held this month. The end of this month, there will be results. Not in time for our our live show on the 21st, but stay tuned. I'm sure we will go live somewhere, wherever we are. All right. Amit says that she needs jail time. Chef Lorraine says a grown kid. Ray ain't not going anywhere. I mean, at this particular point. Poppy says 90 days at least. I mean, that's probably the only way that she'll learn something. And I wonder how much probation she will receive. I'm sure they'll probably suspend her license. I'm sure it's already suspended. I mean, if this is truly like her 3rd or 4th DUI, she needs to learn her lesson. And I also feel like as employers, they need to also draw a line in the sand with her. Because I feel like that's the only way she's going to learn. But that's my opinion. Anyways, guys, don't forget to like the video if you haven't liked it already. It's already almost 2 o'clock. I've been talking for an hour and 17 minutes. Okay. We have 2,200 people in the building. Mods, let me know how many likes we should get in order for us to drop the call-in link in the live chat. But if you remember, we've posted the call-in link on the post tab, community tab, so you can have a link. We already have quite a few members backstage. Let me put up our disclaimer. The opinions of the callers do not represent the opinions of myself, TheKempire LLC, our sponsors, etc., 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 or our ads provided to you by YouTube. Look. Anyways, okay. We're going to bring up Toya first. Toya, what did you want to share about the Real Housewives of Potomac season 9 finale?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm good. I want to say I do want to see Jossie's wedding. I started following her on social media, and she did say that she was planning the wedding and that she wanted people to like not RSVP, I guess, because her list was too long or something. So that means she's planning it and she has a date and stuff. So that's good. So I'd really like to see that. Bravo, get on that, please.
Okay.
And she's marrying an NFL player. I know he's not like a starter or anything, but still, it should be a nice wedding.
Yeah.
With Greg and Kiana, we'll see what the status is at the reunion. But one of the callers last week did mention that even Jossie's man could support her despite him, and their shady beginnings, right? But he still supported her, so Greg can do the same. I didn't know that Gizelle bought the dress for Wendy. She's trying to beat them allegations, huh? Wendy looked good. Every look she had this episode, I mean, 10s all across the board. I mean, she knocked it out the park. Okay, that's it.
Thank
Bye,
you, Toya.
Kempire.
Take care. Bye. All right, Hayad is backstage. We're going to bring Hayad up next. Hayad, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
How are you today?
Good. I just got my voice back. I just got back from Mexico, and I'm excited to be a part of a live with
Oh, you just got
Kempire.
back in time.
Whew, I'm trying to plan another trip now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Winter is not for me.
Oh.
Speaking of Mexico, they are mad at America. They were booing you guys over there.
You mean you got? Oh, you're
I'm
Canadian.
sorry.
Never
You
mind.
see how I'm pointing? Okay,
Yeah.
we are mad at you guys too. But I met another Kempire listener there, and we were laughing and having a good time when we connected. And yes, you are everywhere. You're worldwide. Anyways.
Thank you.
About Potomac. First of all, you had me cackling when you showed Ashley's old wigs. I was dying because she has the audacity to say the wildest things sometimes. But every time I saw her kids walking with their feet on the count, oh, that's it. That is it. What is that? Oh my God, it's a helmet. You know, she kind of looks like her mom in that picture. I'm not even.
She does.
Right? Okay. Anyways, I'm so disappointed in Karen, like obviously about the tape stuff, but like Wendy was really riding for her, and all she had to do was shut her mouth. That's it. She didn't even have to do much. I don't know. Anyways, that's it, Kempire.
Thank
So
you,
nice
Aya.
to see your live.
You too. Thanks for calling in. Have a good day.
Bye. You too.
Bye. All right, we got Danielle backstage. We're gonna bring Danielle up next. Danielle, what's going on? Uh-oh, we can't hear you, Danielle. You might have to drop out and call back in. I don't know what's going on. All right, we got Delon backstage. We're gonna bring Delon up next. Delon, what did you want to share?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
Well, how are you today?
I'm good. I just want to say this is one of the worst finale episodes I've ever seen.
Oh.
It was so boring. Besides the end with the Stacey situation and Karen and Wendy, that's the only entertainment I got from this episode. It was really not that good. Kind of disappointed. But I'm disappointed in Karen for saying that about Wendy because Wendy's been in her corner all season, defending her. But I don't. She literally has no reason to say those things about Wendy. What Wendy's gonna say about that at the reunion because you could tell she was kind of upset in the trailer. So hopefully this reunion saves the season because the season was lackluster in my opinion.
Yeah, they're riding on this reunion.
Yes, please, because at this point, cancel it. Pause or something. Because it's been too many boring seasons back to back. Like, come on, let's be real. You have a good day.
You too, Delon. Thanks so much. Let's try Danielle again. Danielle, are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I feel like we've seen AJ before. I know my internet trolls will figure that out, but I feel like we've seen him.
Millionaire Matchmaker.
I thought we said TJ was on Millionaire Matchmaker.
No, AJ.
Oh, well, my joke not gonna work then. So no, because I noticed that Rodney from the Millionaire Show was at Stacey's event.
Oh.
Now I'm being shady. I know Rodney. I know that neither one of them is type, but so maybe that's the connection. And maybe Rodney and AJ know each other. But yeah. And if you pay attention, my iPhone people, Stacey called TJ in that scene with AJ. Look at the screen. Go back and look at the screen. Stacey called him. He didn't call her. All my iPhone users, go back and pay attention to the screen. She called him. He did not call her. That's it. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Y'all coming with the hot takes all the time. All right. Candace is backstage. We're bringing Candace up next. Candace, what did you want to share about Real Housewives of Potomac Season 9 finale?
Hey, Kempire, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. My phone is going in and out. As far as the show goes, I agree with everything that you said, but I am here to take it for us Geminis because the past couple of lives we've been catching strays and it's not fair. It's not fair. So I'm going to give you some characteristics of Gemini women. Gemini men are crazy. The guy in the White House is a Gemini man and Kanye is a Gemini. So I'm going to tell you the threshold of crazy for Gemini men. But for Gemini women, we are highly communicative, intellectual, curious, adaptable, vivacious, enjoy variety in life, often pursuing multiple interests. So, us Gemini women in the chat, I need you to put up your twins. I need you to put your Gemini signs to let Kempire know that we are here and we are here to stay. We don't want to catch no more strays, Kempire,
I will
please.
say I would probably like a Gemini woman more so than the men. I know a lot of Gemini men.
Gemini men are crazy. My very best sister friend, her brother is a Gemini, and he's crazy. So Gemini men, I'm sorry, y'all gotta catch the strays. Gemini men are crazy. Kanye West, guy in the White House. There you go. Us Gemini women, we are awesome, and we don't want to catch no more strays. I love you, Kempire.
Thank you,
Bye.
Candace. Bye. Look, I just had to point out the facts of the situation when it comes to Dr. Wendy, her Dr. Wendy show, being inconsistent with that. And then when I was reminded that she's a Gemini, and I was like, oh yeah, I know a lot of Gemini men that are that doesn't take away from them being incredibly talented and smart, but they're inconsistent. So just saying. Okay. Maria's backstage. We're going to bring Maria up next. Maria, what did you want to share about Real Housewives of Potomac?
Hey, Kempire.
Hey, how are you?
Finally, my first live and first call in. Just want to say, how you doing? Hope
Hey.
everything's good. Also, I'm based in the UK, so the time is a bit off. But anyway, about Real Housewives of Potomac, I really feel like they lacked content this season. And I really hope that the reunion delivers. With Karen, highly disappointed, as I mentioned in my super chat. And yeah, I'm just happy that I'm on the live. So yeah, it's great to connect. And obviously the community are amazing. It's so lit. But yeah, thank
you so much,
Bye.
Maria. Take care. I love that. I shout out to our community where when I went to London back in December, it feels so long ago. We had such a great time in London, and I look forward to returning. All right. Miss Sharon's backstage. We're bringing Miss Sharon up next. Shout out to our channel members again. If you're channel members, guys, I've dropped the call link on the community tab. We set the goal for getting to 1,000 likes before we drop the call link. If we don't get there, it's fine. I gotta go watch Married to Medicine anyway again. All right, Sharon, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fine. That was the best episode of the entire season.
Okay, why?
I'm sorry. Huh?
Why?
Karen got caught in a lie. I do believe she said that about Wendy of all people. And I do believe she said that about Mia, because she says that all the time that people aren't Potomac.
Yes.
Like she's above and giving people lessons in what do you call it? Etiquette. Etiquette 401. I believe she did say that.
She did.
And I do believe that TJ hit that lever and set that smoke off. I believe that. And TJ, since you're an actor, an out of work actor, Black Hollywood is hiring. I guess you missed it.
We haven't even seen TJ in a Tyler Perry situation.
That's what I'm saying. Tyler Perry is hiring. Well, he was. He's got those. He's got I don't know how many black shows on BET Plus.
If Tyler, wait, Miss Sharon, if Tyler did not hire TJ, mind you, he would have gotten TJ for free. He didn't even have to use a Tyler Perry wig. He's like, you are ready to go.
I know.
Still didn't hire him.
And I think he used to be a soap opera actor. Generations. How do you miss that? Behind the gates. How do you miss that?
It feels as if, Miss Sharon, that you have faith in his acting ability. Apparently, Hollywood does not.
I believe that because I'm trying to get my husband to move to Georgia, work for Tyler Perry. I said, if you can't be an actor, you can be a security guard.
Okay, Miss Sharon,
I heard Tyler plays very well. I might take my crippled tail and try to work security.
Goodbye, Miss Sharon. Bye.
Bye.
I can't. What? All right. Sharon is backstage. A different Sharon. Sharon, what's going on?
I love that there's two of us. Yes. Hi, Miss Sharon. How is Gizelle going to hate on Stacey's speaking ability when she couldn't read out loud her dang self with a book right in front of her face? Bloop. And even when TJ called himself trying to be nice to Stacey in that scene, he's still kind of a jerk, like telling her to hold on and hold up, slow your roll, whatever he said. He can't help himself. I think he's just genuinely nasty.
Agreed.
And if Kiana thinks she's getting a ring out of Greg after all of that, delusional. And my fear is that it would be a shut up ring at best. And she'll end up on one of those videos where he's like smashing her face into the cake because he secretly hates her. Have you seen those videos?
No.
You know? Oh, it's like a thing online. You have to look it up. It's like shut up rings and disaster weddings. It's like these guys push their brides into the pool. They smash their faces into the cake. It's
What
like they
in the
hate
Ray
their
J?
wives. Yeah, it's like on YouTube, it's on TikTok. Google it. I'm scared that's gonna be her. So I just save yourself. Run, Molly. You in danger, girl. Whatever. But anyway, Wendy gagged me when she said, "If Karen had my life, she'd be self-absorbed too." I said, "Ooh, I love the confidence," you know. But anyway, she should be the new Grand Dame. Love you.
Ooh, thanks, Sharon. Take care. Ooh, okay. Adrian's backstage. We're gonna bring Adrian up next. Adrian, what did you want to share about Real Housewives of Potomac?
Hello, can you hear me?
A little bit louder.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I was just gonna say I was very proud of Stacey. I know some people felt like it was kind of messy that as soon as her and Karen fell out, she was gonna run and tell all the information. But I was kind of like on Gizelle's side. You know what? Go ahead and run and tell it because I think it was way past time for Karen to be called out. This is kind of an unbiased third party that, for all intents and purposes, is supposed to be your friend. So this isn't even somebody that you could say you had beef with that's trying to put you on blast. Like, and for Wendy, honey, this is now the second or third time that you've heard this about Karen. So you already know what's up. And so I think you need to, and I mean, obviously she's going to look back and see that she's going to have to rethink their relationship now. But for as hard as you was riding for her and you've heard this multiple times over and over again about how she really, really feels about you and the things that she says, I'm glad Stacey didn't put down. Ashley even said Stacey had her finger up. I was like, yeah, I was up for it. And Karen, how are you going to have and compare you running around hitting trees, stop signs, and everything through a residential neighborhood with her rolling through a couple of stop signs? And you still haven't addressed the fact that, to me, I think that's the reason why she really didn't come. It wasn't just the fact that she didn't want to deal with the DUI case. I think she also didn't want to have to face Wendy and all these other accusations that Stacey was putting on the table that she made about people. I don't think she wanted to really face all of that. And I feel bad for Wendy because now she's not going to have a chance to really, step to her about it.
Yeah.
So, and as far as TJ, God, I just feel like, Stacey, if you did pay that man, you could have done better, girl. That's the only thing I will hold you accountable for this season. I thought she was a great ad. I can't wait to see her back next season. But if you're going to pick a man, you could have picked a better one than that. Y'all in DC, you could have got one of the young brothers from over there at Howard in the theater department. Anybody. I don't know how you ended up with this, like your homeboy said, this cornball. Anyway, let me go to class. All right, talk to you later.
Bye, Adrian.
Bye.
AJ did call him a cornball. All right. Amina's backstage. Going to bring Amina up next. Amina, what did you want to share?
Hi, Kempire. Before I use my time, I just want to first say that I'm really mad at you because the first time I'm a London viewer, and the first time you came to London, I was in New York, and the second time you came to London, it was 2 days before my due date. So next time you come to London, if you could just, plan it around my availability, that would be great.
Well, I do plan to come to London again, I think this
Good.
year. So
Good.
stay
I think we have to
tuned.
sync our calendars. We need to work.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It was a boy.
Yeah. Did you name him Kempire?
No,
Oh.
but you're getting me through my maternity leave.
Wait, what did you just say? What was the last thing you
I
said?
said you're getting me through my maternity leave.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
What did you want to share?
Yes, on Potomac, the thing about Potomac is the reason why I will always take up for Lisa Barlow is more women love themselves the way that Lisa Barlow loved themselves. They would never be a Kiana. They would never be a Drew and put up with what's his face with the cone head. If more women love themselves as to the delusional level that Lisa Barlow loves herself, then we wouldn't have these stupid situations. And even Stacey wouldn't have to hire a man if she really loved herself. Could you see Lisa Barlow hiring that TJ weirdo? She would
No.
never do such a thing. That is why I will always take up for Lisa delusional, crazy ass Barlow because she loves herself the way that every woman should love herself. And she attracted a man who adores her because of that same reason. And that's the reason why she's the it girl of Salt Lake City. Not because she's that great, it's because she has what the other women lack: self-love.
Yeah.
And so Kiana needs to like call up Lisa Barlow and get some lessons on how to love yourself and ditch that weirdo guy.
Ooh.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you,
See you in
Amanda.
London next time.
Yes. Bye. Oh, okay. Coco's backstage. We'll bring Coco up next. Coco, what did you want to share?
I'm at lunch. I'm eating right now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to finish my stuff.
What you
So I have to
having for
clock back in.
lunch, Coco?
I tried this new spot on this new spot that opened up. It's not good at all. I won't do it again.
Oh, well, don't
Chicken
mention
wings
it.
and fries. I won't order it again.
Okay.
I'm trying to get people to shop, but no, try to support, but no, it's not gonna work this time. Okay, let me hurry up.
Okay.
So far, okay. Good season so far. I love the finale. It was great, great, great. Karen said everything about Wendy. Of course she did, especially when Stacey said she took her at her favorite spot, which she probably don't remember because she had all the mimosas that morning, but she wasn't drinking with Gizelle that day. But she probably was drinking a whole bunch of mimosas with Stacey that day. Okay, and Stacey, I need you to live your true life and be the real lesbian that you are. Hate to say it, but you are. Every episode, think about it. She's always touchy feely with the ladies and always commenting on their bodies and everything. Stacey is who she needs to be, a lesbian. That's what I say. I know. Don't make that face at me. And now with Gordon calling ink like Brandy and Monica, the boys mine now. You need to give it up.
Okay, that's enough. We don't want to pay for it.
I said, see, there you go. My bad. Ashley, no, we can do without her. That's about it. That was my main point, though.
Thanks. Perfect timing, Coco. Thank you for calling in. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
You too. Let's bring up Amy next. Amy, what did you want to share? Amy? We can't hear you, Amy. Drop out Amy and call back if you can hear me. All right, we'll bring up Rasani next. Rasani, what did you want to share about Real Housewives of Potomac?
Oh my God, not the message from me and Miss Bernice that we, the timer, yada, yada, yada. It was okay. Wasn't bad. I love you too. Hi, you. Hi, chat. Hi, everyone. Sorry. I just wanted to say, did you watch What Happens Live?
Yes, I did.
I think it's quite funny that when Nene was going through her stuff, it was like nobody was allowed to mention Nene. But you notice her name got mentioned twice on there last month?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I really wanted to say. But
we talked about it a little bit earlier.
Oh, I came in late. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was interesting, but I see Nene coming back next season. We'll see.
But did you see Andy's face?
He's a petty Gemini.
Not
all Gemini men are crazy. I mean, come on. We do have the purple one. We have Prince. Come on. And I'm a Gemini too, so he's not crazy.
That explains a lot.
Don't talk about my man. He's not crazy. Prince is good. Anyway, that's it. Love you guys. Have a good day.
You too, Rasani. Bye.
Bye.
I forgot that Prince was a Gemini, but anyone that's talked about Prince and their experiences with Prince, I never said that Geminis are crazy. That's y'all. I just said that they can be inconsistent. There are things. But I didn't realize he was okay. King Jones says cancers are the best, but Kempire is always hating on us. King Jones also said my wife is a Gemini. Y'all crazy. Damn. That's coming from a Cancer. That says a lot. Maisha, thank you so much for the super chat. Maisha says AJ was on Chicago-licious. Yes, we did talk about it as well. But wasn't he also on Millionaire Matchmaker? Or did we get that mixed up? I believe he was on that too. Miss P, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss P says, unpopular opinion, I would like for Charisse to return as a full-time housewife. Charisse was right about everything. Charisse, fed respect. Well, Charisse was talking to OK Magazine, talking about how she didn't like how everyone was, what did it saying? Oh, I can't remember. She was talking about Karen, but she said she didn't like how the cast was treating Karen and the recent events with Karen. So Charisse has been inconsistent. Charisse doesn't have a lot going on. I don't want to see Charisse as a full-time friend of. I'm still on the fence with that because I was rooting for Charisse those last couple of times she was on, and it just wasn't landing for me. All right. Maisha says, I'm glad my zodiac sign ain't catching no strays. What's your sign? What's your sign, Maisha? Do tell. Okay. Do tell. Okay. Look, Deborah says Prince was a little off kilter. Jay says that Kanye, Tupac, Prince, Kendrick Lamar are Geminis. And sometimes it makes a creative genius. All right. All right. Miss Parker says that I'm not feeling Aisha Reese return. They tried to bring her back for 2 seasons. Exactly. And it just didn't land. All right, let's get to the last couple of callers. Yes, sorry for those of you, we didn't hit our 1,000 mark, and we have over 2,000 of you here watching. Not sure why 1,000 of you are watching and not liking the video, but keep watching. All right, let's try to bring up Brandy next. Brandy, what did you want to share about Real Housewives of Potomac?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
Well, how are you today?
I'm good. I forgot what I was going to say about Potomac, but I was calling in, or tried to call in last week. I had to hang up, and then I missed you yesterday, but I had been meaning to tell you that I was listening or watching Carlos King like last week, and one of the viewers had wrote in the live chat, I'm a Millimeter and a Mars Soldier and an Espo. And Carlos King was like, I don't think Espo is a fan, baby. I was like, let me find out I'm in here with my people.
Yep. No, someone told me that too. Someone mentioned the Espos, and I was like, y'all better cite your source. No one came. I came up with Espos. Espos rise.
Right. Like, drop an elephant in the thing if you know where that's from.
Exactly.
But that's all I wanted to call in and say.
Thank you, Brandy, for calling in, and thank you for mentioning it, because I completely forgot about that.
Oh, no problem.
Have a great day. Bye.
Okay, you too.
All right, we're going to bring Winter up and see if Winter is there. Winter, are you there? Winter.
Last I'm here because I had to go hide out and finish working. So I kept having to drop out. But my thoughts are, because I'm always at work, but my thoughts are Wendy. I need Wendy to be the boss that she was meant to be. Like, she really lives that life. So
Yeah.
it's just like, I hate the fact that she kind of was always in the background, I guess because of the Green Eye Bandits. Like, you're beautiful, you have the money, like your husband is really supportive. Like, one thing I like is that like she, she really does live that life or whatever. So I just feel like show it. What, like, it's time to step up. There's no more Karen. Giselle's barely there without Robin. So I really don't. I don't know. I just want her to step it up, be the boss she was meant to be, stop being like behind the scenes kind of. And I feel like she really wants to leave her career. Like, she really just wants to be a housewife. She just don't want to say it because she doesn't want to disappoint her mom. Because it's like every season we're like candles, this, that. Just say you want to be rich and just be a housewife. That's it. Just say you want to be a celebrity.
Yeah.
You don't want to do anything else. And stop lying to us. That's it.
And
Stacey, that wig was crucial. It was worse than Karen's DUI wig. Like, it belongs in the clubhouse.
Was it worse than Karen's DUI wig?
They're hand in hand. They both belong in the clubhouse. Okay, let me get back to work.
Bye, Winter.
I'll call later for Married to Medicine.
Thank you. Bye. Winter attended the Crappy Awards where I presented. Shout out again to our friends over. Shout out to our friends over at Watch What Happens. Watch What Crappens. There we go. All right. Thank you to all of you that called in and shared your thoughts and opinions. We're almost at 900 likes. Be sure to like the video if you haven't already. Maisha says, I'm a Pisces, Kempire. Not too much on me. I'll let you be. Usually, though, I give it to the Pisces men, not the Pisces women. But, yeah. Anyways, we'll leave it alone. Okay. Anyways, shout out to our King's Guards. Shout out to our channel members. Shout out to our subscribers. We appreciate you guys. Today was a members only live chat. We appreciate everyone sticking around and being a part of the conversation in the live chat. Again, don't forget, we don't moderate adults, so ease up in the replay in the comments section, but you will get blocked. So don't act up. Okay. It takes a lot to get blocked over here, but you can get blocked. Shout out to everyone that sent in a super chat. We appreciate it. And shout out to those of you that have already taken advantage of our friends, Rose Forever's Roses. Make sure that you check that out along with your discount code in the description. And if you haven't become a member, there are a lot of really great perks to becoming a member. Become a member today at teamkempire.com/join. And everything else Kempire will be available in the description, including the Kempire After Dark live show that's coming to New York City on Friday, February 21st. Ticket information, along with a live stream option, is available in the description. If you haven't liked the video already, be sure to like the video. I will see you all at 4 p.m. Eastern for our Married to Medicine recap. We got a lot to talk about there. What is going on with them? Between Dr. Gregory, Quad was drunk. We have a lot to unpack, and I don't want to go in order. I just want to go over what the most important details. I'll see you guys in a moment. All right, let me go rewatch this for a third time. Yep, a third, because what happened? Anyways, guys, shout out to all of you that were a part of our live stream today. We appreciate your support. Don't forget, tell a friend to tell a friend about the channel. We don't just talk about housewives and reality television here on the channel. We talk about everything in pop culture. So be sure to check out our short content here on YouTube and on TikTok, where we talked about last night's Grammys as well. I'll see you all in the replay. Bye, y'all.
Here we go now.